Welcome back, guys, and thank you for joining me in another episode here in Satisfactory. This will be episode 7 of our little factory 1.1 experimental. We are getting close, getting to the final stages of the game, basically. Let's send up the phase 3 because that one is just been completed. Guess what? Magic happened. I had a bunch of machinery in here working. Do I have been here to get the presentation? I think so. Let's stay in here. See what Ada has to say.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed.
The main body of the ship?
You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the
Oh,
hub.
hover pack. Yes,
In fact,
baby.
Perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself.
Maybe.
It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so
Wow.
you should have no issues. Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe
Check this
throughput?
one. Pipe
Did you
throughput.
know the average
Optimize them
pioneer
or
stays
don't
late at
use them
work
at all.
because they care about humanity?
What do you think
Anyway,
about that?
I thought you might want to know more about your peers.
Oh my god.
Good luck in Phase 4.
Oh my god. Okay, let's send this one up. Look at that beautiful animation when we're gonna do the main body of the ship. Basically, I wanna stay in here. Yep, unlock these 7 and 8. Hide the eye, please. I wanna see it. I wanna see it, baby. Give me the ship. Come on. Can barely wait to start building the aluminum, you know. I made the little platform. Well, you're gonna see everything in a moment. Didn't do much between episodes because I didn't have enough time, but it is what it is. We're gonna continue with where we left off, basically. Here we go, the ship. And the cargo containers, let's call them. They're not fully built yet, of course, but it is what it is. That was it.
Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation.
That
It
means
is
that we are slow.
understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so
Yep.
be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
So she's right about that. Very, very right. Now, what I did, it's a double that production there. We're making a little more concrete. It's going underground and getting in there. Nothing amazing, okay? Now, as soon as we're gonna get in here with assembly directed system, magnetic field generators, thermal propulsion rockets, and nuclear pasta, it's gonna be madness because we're gonna have a bunch of this stuff, manufacturers and some other stuff, machines, using the parts that we're producing in here. So it's gonna become madness. Like what we did up top on the steel in there is gonna be worse than that. And we're gonna need different products from all around the places. So we're gonna use more of the rubber. We're gonna use the plastic. I put in there a couple of boxes for the aluminum that's gonna come from there. You can see something in the distance. Gonna show you something more in a minute. What else? These guys in here are making the computers. I don't know. I don't remember if I show you or not. We're making 10. Each one of them is making 3.43, whatever. Made the buffer in here in the back. Grabbing the rubber from the box, grabbing the circuit boards from the other side, and splitting the quickwire from there, coming in here. Everything is nice and handy. I think you saw it in the last episode, but I'm not certain. That's why I'm showing it. So think about supercomputers, okay? Supercomputers will take computers, will take wire, will take that, circuit boards. I don't know what they take, but they're gonna take a lot of stuff. We're gonna need to have, like in this place, after what we're gonna build a lot of stuff, the heavies, which are there, maybe the molars, I don't remember. We're gonna need to have AA limiters. At this point, we're only making 5, little assembler in there in the front. So maybe we'll build more in here. We're gonna need to have crystal oscillators. We're not making any at this point. That means that at some point, we're gonna have to modify this silica sinking facility that we have in here. Basically delete that first side, or just change it to make more crystal, because that ain't gonna be enough. I think we're doing something like 13 here, or even less. 18 out of 30. So we're gonna need a bunch more for the crystal oscillators. Those require quick wire, so another logistic problem to be overcome. Let's see what they take, because I don't remember. Parts. Crystal oscillators. Better search for them, right? Even better. Cable. And that. So we're gonna make it rubber in the air limiters. We gotta make some more air limiters here. There's plastic in quick wire. This is gonna get nasty really fast in here. I don't want that. Okay, so I really don't want it. I want to keep my factory aerated. So air limiters, we can make them in here with plastic and quickwire. Well, plastic it's in that box, so let's see we put it on that buffer in the back. We get the quickwire in here. We can snap an assembler in here and make some of those. Those will get fed into that manufacturer, which is gonna take crystals and something else. Okay, let's activate the flight mode, because it's gonna be a little easier to show you. We're gonna stop using that once we're gonna have the hover back. That's coming down really fast. So if we put the plastic on that buffer in there, I could have in here an assembler doing the air limiters. Not stored in a box, okay? Fed in another one of those. So a line here, coming with those from there, which are gonna be modified in here, and then we're gonna need a bunch of cables. Well, cables. That second node in there, it's only grabbing 180 copper, so we could modify that. Putting some more constructors in there, or in here somewhere, we don't know where. So here we go with the madness. Making cables, all of them feeding into that manufacturer, or take the easy route, take one of those, slam it, I don't know, next to this one, grabbing some quick wire and some rubber. I think it was the recipe just to make this one. Yeah, so we can feed from that buffer. We're gonna run out of quick wire soon enough if we continue with this. We can make a Mark V build. We can upgrade that one. We can make all the lines Mark V, and I think we should be fine. But imagine how crowded and how nasty it's gonna get in here. Already, I don't like these guys in here. Okay, I don't like them. I've been looking at something that Vikingbrit made in his world. He started a new world in the desert. Darish is making a huge buffer. So I decided to delete everything that we made in here and start a new factory buffer like. All of it is gonna be buffer. We're gonna start from there. We're gonna make a platform in there. I don't know what height, but I'm thinking let's keep this height in here. I would like to have these foundations aligned somehow with the grid. So like that is gonna be nasty, isn't it? Well, not necessarily, you see? If we're going that way, we end up in there. That's gonna be kind of good. You know why? Because in there we have 4 iron nodes, 2 copper nodes pure. We get a normal caterium. We got the coal down there, which we will be able to use. Another pure iron node, further in the back another 4 or 6 iron nodes. Like here-ish, we really need those radars on the map, but crystal oscillators is a thing. We have sulfur in there and down there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna build between episodes a huge platform from this place to there. I don't know where it's gonna end, okay? But all the products will be on a buffer. So that comes with another issue, let's call it. We have a bunch of products. If you start looking in here and counting them, I think that there are more than 60 overall. I don't want to have like this, one built in here, one in here, because that's gonna be nasty really far. So I want buffer like this. Machinery, let's call it in here because we got the space, or in here, or maybe left and right, because if you take a look at this platform like this, we have enough place to go right and left as well. So initially we will have in here, I don't know, a few belts. Let's say we're not gonna put ores on them. So we're gonna have iron ingots, copper ingots, coal straight up, sulfur straight up, caterium ingots, no, quick wire, and limestone, no limestone, concrete. So we're gonna need like 5 of them. You see where we're going with this? So if I make it like this, 5 of them, let's call it like that. Come on, please build it in there. So we're gonna have this in here. Let's say that we're gonna put our machineries to the right or left. Let's choose right. We're gonna have in here, I don't know, 10 constructors. We're gonna use our blueprints. This space is dedicated to make the first product, let's call it iron plates. Okay, so another build is gonna get invented with plates. Move on to the next section. Another build for the rods, another build for the screws, another build for the whatever, all the products. At the end, we're gonna have so many belts that half of this platform is gonna be used by the belts. So instead of doing that, we're gonna do something else. We're gonna make it high. That's how Viking did it. Well, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna have I don't know, 5, 10 belts, let's call it. Because if you have 10 belts, that means you're only gonna have, let's say, 6 buffers. I think so. I'm not sure. Maybe we're gonna have more. So we're gonna have belts like this. Going up high. I know it's gonna be painful. We gotta leave ourselves at least one space between the belts. And I'm gonna show you why in a minute. If we gotta pick from said belts, and we will have to pick from belts to bring the product, we're gonna have to use splitters and lifts. So let's say that in here, delete that, we're gonna make the reinforced plates, for example. Okay, we need to pick, I don't know, let's say we're gonna make the stitched version because it's effective. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's say that one. Okay, so we're gonna need iron plates and wire. Let's pretend that one is in here, one is in there, or whatever, up top. It doesn't really matter where it is. I didn't put another one on there. Forget about it. Well, we're gonna need the splitter in there and one in here. Or let's actually make that one like that and put another belt in here. Lower, please. You see, you need the space for this guy in here. If we're gonna bring them like that, because if I bring them like that, means that one I cannot even make it. I gotta make it with that, you know. Means that I will not have space to pass through here. I want to leave myself some space to walk. So that means only one thing. These guys will have to go underground. So yeah, in here we have rock, but they'll go underground. Both of them. And when we're gonna start with the machinery, putting them down, we're gonna collect them from there because we're not gonna have only one assembler. We're gonna have more. So let's look at, let's put 4 down. We're gonna have something like this. The recipe, that one is made with Mark V. So let's pick something else. Constructors, for example. But I need 2 entries, so I need 1 with assemblers. Inline, Mark 1. Okay, let's pretend that we're gonna use this one. We're not gonna use this one, but let's pretend we will. Entrance it's in here, okay? We're gonna need 2 entrances. So this entrance is in here, in there, because I misplaced it. Let's use the one that we're gonna use. 2 assemblers. This one. Yeah, I have enough. 85, it's all I have. 85, we were talking about aluminum sheets. They are drops. So let's say we're gonna start from here, okay? This space in here is gonna be reserved for us to walk. And those will pick up from those. So we're gonna have 1 going down there, the other way, and 1 is what is. Maybe I'm gonna delete that one. It will be better. R. So we're gonna have 1. That one needs to go as well. We're gonna have 1 going in there and 1 going in there, but let's twist it a little. And we're gonna make all the connections on the ground. I don't know, like that and like that. We really don't care how they look. We're gonna have the logistic underneath and this one like this. Why I wanted to make those spaces is that issue in there, you know. So apparently we're gonna have to leave a little more space because think about it, we might take stuff from the highest level. So when I'm gonna take it from here, normally it shouldn't go interfere with anything in here, but it might. We might have to get into that, and I don't want them to touch it. Normally it shouldn't, you know why? Because you use 1 entry and 1 entry and 1 entry. The most that we're gonna have is 4 entries. So that means that if I have this entry here, the other one will be on that level in there, let's call it. So it shouldn't interfere with the other belt. You see? Because that one will not exist. So it should be fine. That's why I'm thinking this spaces is good. Spacing, I said. So not in there, something like that. And we're gonna have 6 of this at some point. We're gonna start with 1, of course, and we're gonna add more as we advance, basically. We will need to bring, I'm not so sure about that, but most likely we will need to bring water and gases when we get closer to this level where we are right now, because we're gonna need nitric acid, we're gonna need nitrogen, we're gonna need sulfuric acid, we're gonna need a bunch of stuff. So those will have to be on the buffer as well. I'm not planning to make my life complicated and do the aluminum on this buffer. No, aluminum will be made in there where we prepared stuff. And the final products will come somewhere, I don't know, and put them on the buffer. Same thing with the quickwire. We're gonna start with that node, which is somewhere around there-ish. And it's normal. I think it's that one. Of course, rendering distance, okay? But apparently we're gonna go straight into it, which is good. And we're gonna bring the quick wire here on this buffer of ours. it ain't gonna be enough. So at some point we're gonna take that production, and instead of having that truck delivering in here, it's gonna get delivered in there. When we're gonna build on this buffer, we're gonna start deleting stuff from here because we don't have enough power. I did put another field of generators in there, but we still, I mean, yeah, we can play with like 8,000 megawatts, but as we're gonna make the production in there and the excess will be synced, we're not gonna need these boys. So sooner or later, everything in there, in here, will be moved on that buffer, and it's gonna be a lot cleaner. Something else that I wanna do, for key specific items, where you need a bunch of them, I need to have 2 of those. And I need to have 2 of those uploading in 2-dimensional depot. One of those key items, it's the cable, because that one only stores 9,000 something. There will come a point when we're gonna use 15,000 at once, so I want them in there, and having 2 Mark IIIs uploading in there is gonna be good. Maximum upload speed that we can unlock at some point, I think is 240. At this point we're kind of puny here. We are only upgrading a 60 per minute, so I'm gonna have to go and grab at least 26 more surfaces to get in here, and then another 46. So here we go, 72 if my math serves right. We're gonna have to start making these guys easy to make them up top in there, because we have the pipage, we have that. We can grab the quick wire from there, or whatever they need wire, I don't know. Okay, going back to the task at hand, let's see what we can have. We need that one in now. Okay, so let's put everything in there. Computers, it was 100. Heavies, 100. Another 200 moles. I don't think we have enough in stock. No. Okay, let's call it good. We will miss 50, but they will upload in a minute. They're gonna be there. And rubber. How many? 500. Let's upload the rest in there. It's gonna upload from that depot. Boom, boom. And we need those 50 motors, of course. Let's wait for them, and then we're gonna send the bauxite refinement. I already put up a miner on the bauxite. We're bringing down 480, and I brought the coal in 240 because I remember slab alumina being half coal than what you have bauxite. Prepared a little something for the water in there, so I think we don't miss much. We're gonna miss stuff, sure.
Milestone reached.
Or not much.
Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process. Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
Perfect. Motivating, isn't it? I have in there somewhere, I don't know where, another field. I think that's the one of genies, is the pure node. That's how we have the power. So we have a platform in there. We have 2 miners. That guy, which is bauxite, 480, and further, I don't know, inland. That, not it. In here, like, I don't know why it doesn't show. Whatever. In there we got, or in there, in here we got the other coal node, which is a normal. We can extract 300. I left it on 240. Made in here platform coming down in here, and we're gonna deliver it exactly on that platform. We're gonna need water extractors down there. I don't remember how many, so that's why I didn't place any. We got a hyper tube in there. We will need for sure copper and limestone. Limestone just to sink. Oh my god, I miss so much having the nodes visible. just to sink that water that comes out of there. There is limestone in there. I don't remember exactly where. In there is maybe. Oh, we're gonna scan for it at that point. Copper, it's in there. In there. There's the copper. Limestone. It's in there. So we got them both close by. There is another limestone in there, I see. So that means I'm gonna have to expand that platform or just wave them in there. I don't know. With the belts, we'll see. Let's send this milestone up. Have access to our aluminum here. Oh, we already have. Okay, good. So I want the Mark V. Let's select it. Let's put everything that we have in there. Oh, our baby is not back yet. We don't have that. Okay, let's look at something else. Power pack. That could be useful. Again, we don't have that. That's gonna be the first thing. Blender. So, I've been researching in the sulfur tree. That's how I want to make our with rocket fuel. Vickenbridge did it like that. We're gonna take some oil, pass it through a refinery, make heavy turbo, heavy fuel, whatever. Let's think about what we're gonna need in there. Let's say 12 of this. We're gonna need something like 4 or 5 of this. We're gonna need, I don't know how many of that. Let's say 8. We're gonna need, I don't know how many of that. Let's say 8. We're gonna need, I don't know how many of that. Let's say 8. We have those in place. We're gonna need 2 more actually. What else? We're gonna need at least 1 sink. We're gonna need a transport state. No, we're not gonna. We're gonna make it with belts. Perfect. That's about it. Let's see. Do we have everything we need on us? We're missing one of those mojigis. A portable miner. The rest apparently is kind of good. Well, it's not on us. It's in the dimensional depot, but let's pretend it's good. Let's make one of those just to have everything on hand. Sorry, I didn't want to equip you. I wanted to upload you. Let's take a sip of coffee because it's the best thing ever. What else could we need? A lot of Mark IV belts. I have 200 of those. And there are more in dimensional depot. So until we're gonna get in there, encased pipes, it's only 300 in there. So let's take them all. And until we're gonna get in there, that baby's gonna get filled up. Yeah, I think that's good. Where's the coffee, BG? Where's the coffee? Okay, good. Let's hide the coffee and let's get to work. We need to start making our aluminum. Now, that's quite a complicated build. And let's not forget that this build is gonna get expanded. So let's keep it expandable if we can. If we cannot, I guess we're gonna build the next one next to it, and that's it, because we have more books I know in there. As soon as we're gonna have Mark III miners, well, it's gonna be a minute until there. Oh my god, it's gonna be quite a minute. It's gonna happen. Oh, I just realized something. So we're gonna have access to the blenders once we're gonna make the aluminum, because we're gonna be able to put everything in there. Nevertheless, I don't think we're gonna have the possibility to make the rocket fuel. Oh my god, I'm passing through the rock. Oh shit. I will modify that. I swear, I hate it when that happens. So nitric acid, I think it's a different tier, that it's a far away from us in another galaxy. Basically, we're gonna have to build fuse frames, supercomputers, basically complete the phase 4 just to have access to that? I think so. So this is our miner here for the bauxite. It kind of makes 480 right more in there somewhere. I don't know, far away in another galaxy. Down there is the coal, and that's the new stuff that I built in there. It's nothing amazing, only fuel. Okay. Once we're gonna have the blenders, we're gonna have access to the diluted fuel recipe, and that's it. So down here, let's look at the rates, shall we? Good, we are done. Refinery, please. Give me one. We're gonna start with the sloppy aluminum. So we have 200. So we're gonna need 3 of them with some water inside. Okay. Let's put 3 of them using the blueprints because it's a lot easier. Refineries 3, refineries Mark 4. Now these guys have entry for the solids as well, which we're gonna use because we need the bauxite. Where is the entry point? It's in here. No, it's in here, but it's entering to the right. Perfect. So we're gonna need to align this boy with the bauxite, which I don't know exactly which one it is. Is this boy? Yeah, in here. Okay. Let's put it closer like that. We're gonna need to expand it something, so go there with them because that one it's 480, but when we're gonna have Mark 5 we can get it to 780. When we're gonna have Mark 6 even more. Let's put that building there, and this boy will require water, so now that coal is gonna get used in the next process, so I'm not sure I put it good in there. Let's send it in the front. Let's see first. Let's see. So sloppy is gonna put up only sloppy. Okay, good stuff. That means that all of this are not needed. Sorry, let's delete them. Good stuff. Let's delete this princess zone. Sorry. Perfect. So only sloppy aluminum comes out of this. Let's see the next step. Instant scrap it was. This one, aluminum scrap. It takes half coal. Perfect. So 240, 360. Let's look at the rates. 240 takes that one. Okay, good. 200, 240. Perfect. We have 480 bauxite. That means that 2 of them is gonna have to be 200, and 1 is gonna have to be only 80. I think that's 100. Don't like the rates. 96, exactly 96. Perfect. So that's 40%. We're gonna have one on 40%, and the other one not so much on 40%. Let's copy this blueprint because we're gonna use exactly the same blueprint. Put it in front of this one, aligned if possible. Aligned, I said. Bring it in there. Should be just fine. Are we gonna need Mark II pipes? 96. And these guys. Oh my god. I didn't put the recipe in, did I? 240. We're not gonna need Mark II pipes, so we're not gonna use Mark II pipes. Perfect. Let's connect the pipage first. One in there. It doesn't pass us through any power pole. You're imagining things, okay? This one will have to be the coal. Is it connected in there? It is. Perfect. Let's see it run. Perfect. We have the slab inside. We have the coal inside. This one it's on 80. Let's check it back. This one it's on 80. It's pushing up 96. This one is 240. This one is 240. Perfect. We're gonna need to put in the water. This one is gonna make the scrap 240 with the 120 coal. Perfect. A lot of water. I'm thinking for the time being, no, wrong recipe. Just return it into the input. If that's not gonna work, is what it is. We're gonna adapt. So this one gotta take only 96 in there. So that's like 100 maybe? 120 maybe? 135 maybe? 140 maybe? 50? Too much? 47? 6 I said? Okay. 45? Oh my god. 44? 44. Perfect. Now, how much water do these guys need? And how much water are we producing? This one 48, 120, 120. How much do you require? Oh. So we're gonna have a deficit of water. It was to be expected. So we have 280 minus whatever it's in here. 240 and another 48. So minus 288. If you put double minus, it's a plus actually. We're gonna need 8 water. Are you serious? Something wrong. In here it's 480. It's more like that. We're gonna need 192 water. There's 2 water extractors coming from there. Water line is gonna be in there. Of course, we're gonna need pumps. Looking at that ramp, I realized it didn't place them well. Because I like to have straight pipes. So in there. That was easy for me to get down. Well, we can have them inclined in that. We're gonna need the water in here, right mode. And being 480, we're gonna need to have Mark 2. So let's make that one and that one Mark 2. That little piece in there, they needed. That one is needed. Let's bring in here in the middle. I think it's gonna be just fine. The exterior part, all of it is gonna have to be Mark 2 because we got a lot of water circulating through here. Sorry guys for using the flight mode, but it's gonna be a lot easier for you to see what we're doing in here as well. Okay, one in here, one in here. Connect those. So we're gonna feed the main from there. Buffer, I think, in here. And the return will come from the front of these boys. Like that. Let's keep it marked in here. Why not? So there's the water. In here we're gonna have issues. Because 360 already 720, that one ain't gonna be enough. We're gonna take a look at that after what we finish with the water, because we started with the water. We're gonna need, so if at some point we expand this, we're just gonna make a batch like this in this side, okay? Further, because I want to come with those belts, they're bringing that in the front in here and make the smelting happen in here. Maybe we should do it in the front because we're gonna need the aluminum. How should we do this? Let's take care of the water. We need 192. Okay, so we're gonna continue with this water line in here. Let's try and get down with it. In there. Ah. Spin, please. Amazing. Bring it in there. In the middle, please. In here. We're gonna expand on it at some point. So 192, it's 2 water extractors. Let's put one in here. Aligned if possible. Sorry? Doesn't want to be aligned. Oh, because this one is not aligned. Well, easy fix. Just put a cross in here, no? Or one of those poles, and it will snap to that. Water extractor. Come on, you see? Let's put it in there.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you very much. I knew I can count on you. Okay, good stuff. That one in there. Maybe we're gonna put it in the right orientation, please, BIJ. Like that. One in there. And let's leave it like that for now. Mark 1 should be enough. I want to bring it in here and then connect it to that because it's not exactly straight. Auto. Why is this a thing? It doesn't want to stay. Well, in that case, let me get a cross in here. Put that one so that it will be aligned. Grab a Mark 1 pipe, put it in there straight, and then plug it into that boy. We said 192. 120. Let's divide it by... Should we divide it by 2? No, let's leave this one on 120. And let's put in here 93. Because, you know, Satisfactory deletes some of the water with each save that it does from the pipes. Yeah, it does that. Let's go up with the power. Because I want these boys to start working. Yeah, it ain't gonna be enough, is it? Perfect. I think we can connect those to the power. They'll start getting the bauxite and some of the water inside. Oh my god, it's horrendous in there. We're gonna need the buffer. But before getting the buffer, I want that water from there starting to return. Otherwise, my buffer is gonna get filled up right now. Let's see about those pumps because we're gonna need Mark 2 if possible in there. Perfect. Now that one is gonna push until where? Come on. Where exactly? We don't know. How much are you pushing? Upward until there, and that's it. Okay, good stuff. We're gonna put another one in here. I think it pushes more. Let's see. We got water in there. We got water in there, so we can go. We don't have water in there. Okay, let's try and put it in here. And let's see. Are you gonna pump? We have some water in there. Those will have to get filled up. The pipes will have to get filled up. It's gonna take a millennia. I think I put it way too high. Let's drop it a little lower. Like in there. But put it in the right direction, you know. Are you pumping, my dear? Yes, it is. Perfect. So that will push water until up high in there, I believe. Should have watched that ring earlier. Yeah, it's gonna go all the way up. What do you know? That means that these boys will have water in here soon enough when these pipes are gonna get filled up, which is happening. Easy, slowly. I want to put another one just to sleep easy at night. I don't want to miss any water. So, I'm just gonna do that. Don't really care about the power at this point. Okay, we got the water inside. These boys should start at some point making the alumina solution. Of course, we don't have enough. We have 190 and these boys are requiring 480. So this will work only when these guys will work. Okay, it's gonna be a minute. So let's grab that power pool from there, bring some power in here. They will receive the sloppy from here as is getting made, basically. and they will start working and returning the water. As soon as that happens, these boys will have all the water that they need. Let's not forget we need the buffer. Now the issue is, if I put it in here, it's gonna mess all our shenanigans with the expansion. So let's try and put it in the back. It's gonna have to be a biggie. We're gonna put it in here and call it good. Perfect. Now, we're gonna do that. We got the coal. We're making that. We're gonna make a bunch of those. They're gonna get filled up really fast. We gotta smell that. The water is being taken care of. Issue. We're making way too much, so we're gonna have to break that. We get 360 and 144. 504. That's not good, is it now? Because our limit is 480. It is. Okay, we're gonna have 3 lines in that case. It is what it is. 360, 360, and 144. Let's melt those things. Let's put a smelter down just to see how much can we smelt at once. 60. So we're gonna need 6, 6, and the rest like 7. And then we're gonna have to bring the copper. Now, if I want to expand that way, that means I can do the smelting in the front in here. Don't want to get too much into that mountain. So let's expand this platform a little more. That way. We're gonna have to stop in here, basically. So no, those not. No. Because if I come with more refineries in here, I'm gonna need all this space in here for the refineries, you see? So only from here. Yeah, we're gonna go more into the right. It is what it is. I'm not getting into that ugly cave, am I? No, not perfect. I don't know if this is gonna be enough, but we're gonna go with this for now. We still have concrete and plates in the inventories again. Let's delete that. So we said 6, and 7. I think so. Blueprints, smelters. 6 smelters. I don't have for 6. What do you think about it? Mark 3. 4 of them. So I don't want to disturb that line. Okay, good. We're gonna start from here. 6. 6. Come on, align yourself. And another 6. 7 actually, but it's fine. Okay. It was good in there, BAJ. More like that. I think that's good. Yep, okay, good. Let's grab the other blueprint. 4-2, Mark 3. Snap it in here. Okay, snap it in there. Okay, so if I say here, aluminum ingots, you have 360? Yeah, 6. Okay, copy, paste. The first one is okay. The second one is okay. The third one, we only need 3, I believe. 144 divided by 30. We need 5. Okay, so let's delete, I don't know, that one. Uh-oh, not the blueprint page. Perfect. let's paste the recipe first, and we're gonna see after that. So that one is gonna take only 24. Let's paste the recipe in there. It's gotta be only 24, so that's what, 12. Oh my god, amazing. Okay, belts now. We're gonna come with the belts in here, plug them in there, but they're gonna have to be Mark 4. Lights please. Mark 4, Mark 4 in there. Let's put Mark 4 up top as well. Another issue is that each one of them takes, it's not an issue, but each one of them takes 60. So if we leave the belt in there, Mark 1, like it is right now, they're never gonna get filled. So we're gonna make it the Mark 3. We're gonna look at the output. If that one needs to get modified as well, I don't think so. But we're gonna check it out nevertheless. Uh-oh, in there. Should modify that blueprint to have a little more space in there. We don't have the Mark 4 blueprint design. Those are connected. Those are connected. Okay, what's the output? 30. It's Mark 1 is perfect. Okay, let's bring the belts. Belts. Let's bring them from here. 3. 1. Let's go with it. No. Why? Why did you have to go and do that? In there. And then in here. Okay, good stuff. Perfect. You. In here. Right here. And in there. Okay, good. Why is it not straight like that? Perfect. And the third one. In there. Perfect. We got them all in. Let's bring the power, because I believe they work with power. So for this time, the water, let's pretend that it works correctly. That means I will not have to bring the limestone and sink the water. If that one turns out that it will not work correctly, I'll have to bring limestone from there, put it in here, grab all this water from this line, put it in some refineries, maybe in the back in there, and sink, make with concrete and then sink it. That was the initial plan. Now, I don't know. You don't have the recipe? Well, you have it now. Well, what don't you have then? Oh, no power. I'm sorry. I forgot to connect this place to power. The last batch. Oh. Good. How is that one? Is it filled up already? No, it's good. Perfect. Things should work as intended. Now we have 30. 180, 360. We can merge these two. How much we have in total? Let's look at it like this. So 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 multiplier 30. Exactly 480. The issue is this way. It's 12. Yeah, we have 492. So let's merge. Let's put the lifts first. In here. In here. And in here. As soon as we're gonna have Mark 5, it's gonna be fine. But until we're gonna have Mark 5, it ain't gonna be fine. I want to send the products that way. Let's not forget we need to bring the copper from there. Somewhere in the back. I think in there. And send the products that way. But a little further. Not to interfere with the next ones. Yeah. Something like that. So we're gonna merge everything and come with them in the back in here. Okay, good stuff. In here. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's replace those. Snap. Perfect. 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 Give me some Mark 4 belts. Now, gonna turn it, okay? Because cannot do anything else. We're not gonna be able to transport everything in here. Let's look at what we can build with those. We need sheets and we need casings. So aluminum casings, 90, 60. Perfect. What about the sheets? Sheets you cannot do them in here. You see? You need an assembler. So let's put down an assembler. That's why we need the copper basically. This one. Now, 30 ingots, 30 sheets. Ignore the copper. Okay? In here, you take 90, miss 60, so you lose like, I don't know, 50% of it is less. 33%, 25%, I don't know, you lose some. But you can make the casings. So those are the sheets. If you come in here, you can make these guys with ingots of copper, which we're gonna do anyway. 150 to 112. Well, that's a lot better than 90-60, I think. Let's see. 60 divided by 90. 60, so you lose 33.33%. If you come in here, 112, 150. 112 divided by 150, you lose 25%. So you waste less aluminum and you make more casings. Is it really that important? Does it worth doing it? It will add a bunch of machinery, and that machinery consumes a little more, but I don't think it's really worth it in the end. So I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna bring the copper only for the sheets, and we're gonna use those boys to make the casings. Okay. Now we had 492, I think. Let's see. Each one of them is making 30. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 multiplier 30 plus 12. Yeah, 492. So let's make twice this. That will mean minus 180. Right? It's gonna give me 6 of this. So we're gonna have 180 sheets and 120 casings. What do you think about it? Sheets we're not gonna use now. We're gonna use them only for the belts. We're gonna use casings in the first stages. So let's make 3 of these. Minus 270. That left me with 222. 222, that's 7, 8 of this. 8 of this means 240 or 210. 210 and 180. That's better. Is it good? I think it is. So it was 492 minus 270. I remain with 222, which it's 7 of this and something. Oh, I think it's gonna be good. So we need 3 constructors. They're gonna eat the most of that. And then we're gonna need a bunch of assemblers. Okay, let's make that one like that. We got enough space in here. So if I add another row, which is gonna happen, we're gonna have to double everything that it's in here, okay? So if I'm looking at those, it's gonna be 4 of them in here. Let's pretend, and 2 of them in here. So starting with this line, we can build. Let's start building with that line, okay? That one in there. So just to mark it, I'm gonna delete that. We're gonna start building from here, okay? we need 3 constructors. Let's put down 4. I'm gonna use these guys because it's easy to expand afterwards. I want to take that built in, so let's put it from here. 4 of them, perfect. We can fill that one up. You are gonna come in here. Perfect. We need only 3 of you nevertheless. Let's delete 1 in the back. Okay, good stuff. All of you are gonna make the casings. Copy. Paste, paste. You're gonna need some power, isn't it? Here you go, grab it. They're gonna make the casings, okay? Let's make that one in there, Mark 4. You need how many? 90? Let's make that one Mark 3. So that they will get filled up. I just realized that I made something good in here. So let's delete that. Let's put a splitter here. Smart. Okay. 4, let's call it. It's gonna go in there and in there. Shoot. Okay, good stuff. Let's replace that splitter in there. Perfect. Smart splitter in there. Are you gonna come straight down? No, because I put it wrong. Perfect. Like that. Mark for a build in there and in there. So you're gonna send. Sorry? You're not smart. You are now. You're gonna send in here all of it and ahead only the overflow, baby. Perfect. We're gonna use those. Those are gonna get filled up. Perfect. Now we need a merger just after this one. Let's put it in there just to have a little space. And we need to bring that down. Let's keep it Mark 4. Why not? In there. Why yellow? Because I didn't connect it from the right stuff. That's why it's yellow. That merger is not correctly placed. Oh, it is. Well then. Didn't start this straight. Well, let's pretend this again. Good. Now we're gonna need something like 7 assemblers, I believe. Let's go that way with our plan. These boys, they'll start getting filled up soon enough. So, let's put it in here for now. Somewhat aligned with that line will be just outstanding. Go straight in there. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Do I have Mercer spheres? I have only 1. Shit. Gonna have to go and grab more. Okay, so give me an assembler. We need those 7, 8. We need 8 assemblers. Okay, good stuff. Blueprints, assemblers, 8. Oh my god, it's made with aluminum sheets. I think we knew we had this problem, right? 4? I cannot put even 4. 2? This is gonna be painful, but it is what it is. Bear with me. I want those lifts aligned in the beginning, nothing else. Leave myself the space. Is good, perfect. That Mark 4. That Mark 4 is gonna come in here. Straight, please. Perfect. That's where the copper will be plugged in. Amazing. Now, Mark 4. Mark 4. Delete that. Recover. Come on. Oh, I cannot copy it because it's part of a blueprint and we don't have Mark 5 yet. Okay, good stuff. Let me do this a million times now because all of these lines are Mark 4 here, or Mark 5, I should say. I'll see you back in a moment. So we need, how many did we need then? 8, 7. Okay, good stuff. See you back in a few moments. So we are at the end of the line. I put all 8 of them. We needed 7 point something. So how should we do this? 6 of them is making 180. If we say here minus 180, we need 42. So each one of these boys gotta take 21 because I want to make them balance. Otherwise, nothing is gonna get filled up properly. So 21 each in here. Okay. Copy. It's the same, right? It's easy. Now, we're gonna need the copper, of course. Let's put that one in there. It's gonna touch. It's gonna be in the front. Okay, good stuff. Let's put it in there in that case. Okay, there's good. Mark Cornell. We're gonna need the box right about there. Okay, Jesus Christ. H. Good stuff. Let's replace that. Actually, don't even need it. Perfect. Only one depot. Okay, we're gonna have only one dimensional depot. We're gonna put it the plates because we're gonna need more plates for the Mark 5s. Okay, good. Now, time to see how much copper we need in here because these lines and everything is getting filled up really fast. Well, let's get rid of those before anything gets clogged because it will get clogged pretty soon. Come on, come on. You can do this. I believe in you. Get in there. As nasty as you can be. Perfect. That line will get empty. These boys are not gonna get filled up. They already are. I don't want those to get clogged up. Okay, let's look at how much copper we're gonna need. 30. Okay, 2, 4, 6. Basically we're gonna, oh no, we need less. 10. 20, 40, 60. 60, 74. Okay, good stuff. Our copper is somewhere in there. I could bring a belt through all that mess. Ask me if I want to. No, I don't want to. So we're just gonna go from here that way until I'm gonna find the copper. Gonna have to smelt said copper, and I'll bring you guys back when it's all plugged in.
Organs and veins are grown, and bones are dug into our walls. The temple gift is being desecrated. Our notes are sour still. Harmony follows many star journeys.
Patterns are starting to emerge in vocabulary, sentence structure, topics. How fascinating to once again solve a true mystery, to be unable to create any accurate predictions.
What do you think about that? So Ada and the aliens are having quite fun in there. What I brought back the power, we have 72 copper incoming. Oh! Where? Where? I need that. Oh. That? Where? What? I didn't, excuse me for a second here. Got something to do. Shit! I didn't even saw you. So I realized I didn't destroy that boulder at the end. Now we got 2 Mercenaries, boys and girls. What do you think about it? Okay, flight mode engaged. Let's put one of those in there. Let's put a Mark 3 in here. Maximum upload speed. It's 240. Let's not forget about that. Hide that maniac. You're gonna have to make copper. You're gonna have to make copper. You're gonna have to make 12 copper, I believe. How many were they? 72 or 74? 74. You're gonna have to make 14 copper, I said. Okay. Well, let's delete this. Stupid. I know. Sorry about that. I'm gonna replace them back. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Blueprint. Smelters in line. So that's the exit. It's going the wrong way. I see. So I need to like that. Okay, let's put them in here in that case. Perfect. You're gonna have to make copper. Pretty. We got those. Thank you. You're gonna have to make copper. You're gonna have to make copper. 14. Perfect. Amazing. Power to you. Oh my god. I said power to you. Perfect. Let's keep this on a mark 4 in there. It's not needed. I realized that. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Let's bring it in here. And then put a lift in there. And put that. Oh my god, not like that, BG. What have you done? Put that one in there straight. 74 copper coming in. Good stuff. Very good stuff. It's gonna take a million years until this boy is gonna get filled up, but it is what it is. Nothing else to do. Oh my god. We need to sink more of that. Are you filled up? Yep. Well, you're not filled up yet. 370 something. They have the aluminum ingots. True. But they're not filled up with the scrap. They are working on that really hard. Oh my god. Picked another one. Grab them. Grab them all. Let me be. So those are filled up. That's almost filled up. That's gonna be filled up at some point. That means that these guys are in the same position. Yep. They don't have enough. That's why they're starting and stopping. Are you on 100%? You look kind of yellow. Why are you yellow? What's happening here? It cannot let go that fast enough? Or what's the issue? 74%. 84%. Why is that? You're not full. Oh. Excuse me? That's not 480 coal. 240 we need. It's fine. It's Mark 4s. That one is filled up. That one, no. We're consuming kind of all of it. But now that that way is filled up, it should work non-stop. Let's help them a little. Give me 200. Here you go. Be happy about it. Grab the rest. Now they should not stop ever like. Okay, good. What about you? Let's grab a small buffer and put it in here just to mitigate any kind of fluctuations that we might have. It's not really necessary. Okay, how are you? Oh my god, I was expecting that. Delete that. I have to supervise this. If that thing happens again, I'm gonna have to take all this water in here and sink it to 88 water. How was that recipe? This one. Oh my god, 100. So we're gonna need 3 of them, let's see. 360 limestone. That's nasty because that limestone in this normal I have to go pretty far to get a pure one. So I'm gonna have to pick 2 nodes. It is what it is. Let's hope. Let's hope. It ain't gonna be the case, okay? They're getting rid of the water right now, it's fine. I understand that one getting filled up because those boys are pumping non-stop. Those boys were pumping something, but since these guys were not producing full time, or these guys, it got filled up. Let's pretend it's good. Now, that is not clogged up. That is kind of clogged up. That is kind of clogged up. That is kind of clogged up. Until we're gonna have all the copper in here. And it's gonna take a millennia because that one gotta get filled up with 100. That one, sorry, that one the same. Then those, then those, then those. Is gonna take a bunch of time. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here. What is smart speed here? Grab a sink. And say that the excess will be synced to the right overflow ahead any. Thank you very much. Let's pretend it's good like that. Love it. Okay, that because these boys, they don't have to be filled up in here. Otherwise it's gonna be bad. Okay, we have this. Let's send them back to the base. Or not. I gotta go with these builds in there. Only issue is when I'm gonna cross through here. You know what's gonna happen, right? Yeah, it's gonna be bad. So my next batch is gonna happen in here until this place. And my next batch of that is gonna happen in there. That means basically I'm gonna double everything that I had in here that I have done it. Gonna put more of those, gonna bring those lines always in the back, put more of those in there, put more of this in here. So I'm tempted to go in the front with the lines of these guys because they will just connect with the next machinery. Oh, I think so. Let's grab let's connect that first. Maybe it's gonna help, you know. I think so. Let's grab some of those. Something like 1,000 I think is gonna be fine. Can I upload that? No. Okay, stay there in that case. We're gonna need those on us. Gotta bring them in there. Wow. It's gonna be a minute. Once that boy is gonna get filled up in there, we're only uploading at 60 per minute. So that's gonna have a chance to put some of it in there. I'm gonna wait for it. And then I'm gonna meet you guys back at the base because we have more research to do. I think I'm gonna put those belts up in there in a beautiful way at some other point by myself, not right now. So just made it back at the base. I did put a belt in there and I realized why I don't have mercenaries. I put the depot uploader here. Well, found 2 more, so it's just fine. Let's see. They're coming. Are they gonna get in their boxes? Yes, amazing. Good stuff. We're gonna sync all the access, of course. I don't know, I pressed Windows something? It's fine. Let's see about that Mark V. Maybe we'll be able to do it right now. I have some shits on me. This is the last thing we're gonna do this episode because it's kind of long, but we're gonna take a peek at what's next. I'm missing stuff. What do you think about it? Well, I'm not missing now. Mark 5.
Milestone reached. Fixit dedicated this milestone to the conveyor belt and lift Mark 5. They may be implying that your factory could be further optimized. While they are correct, I believe they are setting unreasonable expectations. Having all of humanity very definitely relying on your work is a lot of pressure. It's a good thing I'm here.
Yeah, it's a good thing she's here. So, that one, I need it. It's gonna be happening. That one. Gotta make the fabric to have those, but I think I'm gonna do it. I wanna unlock those. Not sure that I wanna start building supercomputers, berries, ready control units, magicus. No. I wanna build everything that is needed to have the blenders. Because blenders are the key to more fuel. Because we're gonna need more power. Let's see how much power. Oh, we can wait on it. We can wait on that, baby. We can wait on it. So, I think between episodes, I will send this one up. I'll send that one up. Send that one up. And I think I'm gonna stop in there because for the rest of it, we're gonna need radio control units and stuff magicus that we don't build. I would like to have that one, but it ain't gonna happen so soon. That's for sure. So before getting into the heavy builds, we need to sort this factory out. This thing? Yeah? It's gonna happen like that. How we already spoken in there. It's gonna take 1,000,000 years. I might be late with an episode. Unless I get a sleepless night, you know, something like that. Could happen. It might very well be. So into the next one, we're gonna have the blender unlocked. I said, gonna look at those. What exactly we must do to have that good fuel, just to have a little more power here. I'm thinking something like 70,000 megawatts. Breckenbridge said, I think it was his. So that's gonna ensure our survival long term in here. Easy, okay? So between episodes, I will let everything working. Gonna supply those, gonna build my harbor pack. Gonna do this platform until the end of time in there, grab a few nodes. Grab the Caterian, grab the iron, grab the copper from there. Cannot even see them on the map. Amazing. In here, I'm gonna make whatever I need to make at hand. Crystal oscillators to unlock the readers. Put down a couple of them. I want one in here and one in that side just to see all the nodes. Maybe more of them. I don't know what's required. And oh, I think I can do that. Oh my god, I can do that. Heavy. Sorry. I don't remember how many you were. Give me 100. They do that already? Oh my god, that's so stupid. I can't believe this. Okay, good stuff. No, not in there.
Radar tower unlocked. The tower reveals resource nodes and other useful information on the map in a set radius from its location.
And I have on me everything I need to build one. So we're gonna smack one down in here right about now. Can I please get up faster? No more fuel. Mommy! Okay, I'm in flight mode. It happened. Okay, let's put one in here somewhere. It doesn't really matter where. We just plug it in here. Bring the power in here. Now we should be able to see on the map How many Mercer's fish are still in here? One. And one Summons loop. Don't know where they are. But we can see our nodes. It doesn't reach the bauxite. Or the coal or the other stuff. Oh my god, that's a huge area. Are you gonna reveal all of that to us? How? No. Select that. So you see that little circle? I think it's gonna get bigger and bigger. Oh no, that's how big it is in there. So I'm gonna put another one there just to cover everything in there. We got uranium up top in there, we don't care about it. Maybe another one in here. And we're gonna see all the nodes that we're gonna use. So I'm gonna grab from here. From there. 2 iron. Which are down there. That's 1 copper. There's 1 more up top in there. I'm gonna grab that limestone because it's pure. There's another limestone in there which is pure. I'm gonna grab that caterium which is normal. And stop it there. Sulfur. Up. Shoot. Behind that boulder. Up on a ridge in there. And 1 down there. We got the coal back in there. We can dismantle the coal power, but it's not going to be needed because we have in there 2 more coal nodes that we're not using in there. We're only using 2, so we can grab those 2. Our platform, I think, is going to come something like this. No, something where? Let's send a ping. Wherever we think. Let's say that this is going to be the end of it. It ain't, but let's pretend it is. Can I send a ping down there? No, it's too far away. What about in there? Come on. Alt click. Okay. So if you draw a line, it's gonna end in there. Well, I don't want it to end in there. I want it to end. Oh. Hide it. I want it somewhere like there-ish. More. Well, actually, I think it's gonna be better in there. We'll have access to that waterfall in there to grab the water if we need it. Yeah, I think this alignment will do good for us. I think. Not sure. Let me get up here. Okay. Yep, it's gonna be kind of low. What I think is good, because if I put it higher afterwards, it's gonna be too high from here. Flight mode. Yeah, it's gonna be high anyway. So, this will be it for this episode. Into the next one. We're gonna start building on our buffer. I still haven't decided the final form. And basically everything that we built in here is gonna be built in there. And as soon as we build it in there, we're gonna come in here and cut the lines. Those, for example. Let everything sink. And that's it. We're gonna dismantle all of this at some point, because otherwise it's gonna get too crowded. Gonna have to deliver these products that are coming in here with the tractor that way. So maybe upgrade that platform in there and send it on the buffer, whatever we may need them, or have a little patience, unlock some more stuff in here. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. And bring in everything with drones. Because it's coming pretty soon. In here. Gonna have to build stuff with it. I don't know. We'll see. It is what it is. Gonna decide what to do. This one is long enough as it is. Guys, we're gonna leave it in here. Thank you so much for being here, for watching this. If you like it, don't forget to smash the like button for me. It really helps me a bunch. And if by any chance you wanna support my dream of becoming a full-time content creator, you can do that by grabbing an amazing membership. Thank you again I'll see you into the next one. Bye now.